check my settings. All right, yeah. Camera right. All right, welcome back. Welcome back to the Realist Podcast. What's going on, my peoples? Yes, we are back in the building. Just had to take a little break yesterday. We always got to get that time to rejuvenate, refuel, so that we can put on the best quality content possible. So check it out. Tonight's show, Black Americans Don't Hate, We Just See It show. So let me get to my whip moments over here, this side of the game. Yeah. We got a lot to talk about tonight. I like when I take a day or two off sometimes to, kind of just like collect that data. And a lot of times, I don't like to do my shows, so blatantly and so as to what's, because there's so much going on at all times. You just have to figure out a specific energy to, communicate, to correlate a message that I want to convey, vice trying to be so intricate, picking everything fucking apart. So what we like to do sometimes, especially on Sundays, we like to review. Sometimes we do book reviews. Sometimes we have whip moments. Like today, we're gonna have. It's gonna be a little conglomeration tonight on tonight's broadcast. So check it out, man. We're gonna jump into it and start right off. And first of all, I would like to say go to thewillistpodcast.com and check out the merch. Purchase something. Show me that you support me. You like what I'm doing out here. Show me that you like fucking with the Wheelers podcast and I had, doing that thing. So I love giving out information. I don't mind it. I think it's selfless. I think it's very pivotal and important to share factually based opinions so that so that they're not so untethered to the truth. A lot of people like to run with a lot of false narratives and false comparisons. So here on the Wheelers podcast, we try to tether ourselves close to the truth the way we see it and how it's possible and that doesn't work for everybody. You understand? I've seen lately on Facebook, I have a few quote unquote controversial posts that some of my Caucasian brothers don't care for. So, they get a little sand in their little douche hole. So, and they get mad and pissed off. But that's just because, the truth hurts you a little bit. You gotta stop being so damn fragile. People really need to stop being so fragile about truth. I don't try to get you. I don't try to. I don't tell you to wear panties anyway. But if you're gonna wear panties, keep them out of a bunch. You know what I'm saying? Keep your panties out of a bunch. That's what you should do because when I'm telling you the truth, and I'm reading strictly from a book that you may have never read, and simply from a perspective that you've never heard, it's because you're used to telling yourself your sycophant fictitious fairy tales. Yeah, that's your problem. That's not mine, man. So we keep it moving and keep it grooving. Ahead on the show. You know what I'm saying? We keep our directions moving forward, and we don't try to get caught up in your little sick, uh, fragile. You're just a feeble-minded being. You're just very feeble, fragile, feeble-minded people. You know what I'm saying? You don't like the truth. You just love your fabricated version. So yeah, you get an F for effort for even trying to exchange with me in the first place. So just do yourself a favor and you learn something. If you don't know how to approach a man and have a real conversation, if you have a disagreement, we can talk about it, but I can actually show you and share with my perspective, but I would not be talked to, disrespected, or treated as if we equals. And we not. You don't even know nothing about yourself. You don't speak your mother tongue. You don't speak Dutch. You don't speak German. You don't speak none of your languages. You stick to phonics, which is Phoenician English, which is what they call English, which is actually Phoenician's phonics. Phonics. Hooked on phonics. You know. But you always trying to put your stamp on some shit that ain't yours in the first place. That's your real problem. Nothing can be made, and no image of yours, even if you stole it. You say you have fixed it in your mind that if you steal something, it's yours because you brought it to the forefront first. But you only brought it to the forefront of you and people that look like you first. And most indigenous cultures globally share a lot of the same attributes and characteristics. And we don't forget a lot of things when you're from the bush. Pensacola, Florida was one point of time the bush. Alabama, in Mississippi, where my folks still at, damn, they're still the bush. But you make sure you keep some ransacking, raggedy asses down there to try to keep the government tied up. Keep your landlord politics always in jeopardy for black folks stealing land, taking shit that don't belong to you. It's kind of how you made your way around the globe. So let's not act like you be having power plays that you've really done something monumental and epic. No, you have not. The reason why your perspective in the way you say this is the land of immigrants because you just love the void of the indigenous. It's the void of the indigenous, the true indigenous. That's why you brought your cousins, them Siberians over here and want to say y'all are cut. No, they got more in common with you because more whites live on their reservations and they're Siberians anyway. So there's basically just white welfare states. Yeah. So if you ever think about it, when it comes to close in proximity, who were you always wanting to be in close proximity with in order to take from? You wouldn't have these magical blacks if you didn't want us, if you weren't all in our business in every one of our damn homes. That's why you got the alphabet boys to study us. Where do you think America gets its whole think tank from? The study of us, the most decorated people on the globe, unsung. Taking is not inventing. When that shit didn't come, when the elements of creation did not come out of your mind, you can't steal it and say you did it. Research and understand it and regurgitate it into your likeness and act as if you've done that. That's cheating. That's not invent. That's fucking nuts. That's a discovery at best. And then to not give credit to who actually invented it or what an actual concept or the ideal that you stole it from. You're concerned with getting to the table first. That has nothing to do with creation. And then you study backwards. Because it's not that you thought it was magnificent. The only way you think about it is the capitalistic side of the equation, never to help the good of all. See, people don't have a problem with working, they have a problem with being manipulated into it. People don't have a problem with working or even being a part of something as long as it's going to take care of them and their family for real, with not a trick or a scam associated with it. The problem with the world is people are afraid of using their actual hands or their brains. You prefer to take, remix, and put out something else because it's not anything new. You're just a regurgitating, habitual, resetting, resisted. I can't say the word I really want to say, but that's not intelligence. How many times how many times you gonna watch? I want to see when the next incredible fucking Hulk they're gonna create. Spider-Man original, because all your stories that you got anyway came from who? People that studied us. And you want to call all of our ancient, valiant stories of valor, stories of great creation, stories that you can't even believe. The reason why you can't believe in it, you call it mythology, is because you can't feel it. You read about it, but guess who is encoded with it? You understand? Stop overvaluing yourself because there's nothing to value when it comes to certain people on the planet. It's nothing to value because you never contribute shit to it. You took, raped, robbed, pillaged, and gave it absolutely nothing back. And then when you try to, you still want to be the one to tell the narrative. You still don't want to admit how many times you fuck up. You still don't want to admit how many times you have ramrodded the planet as if it was rightfully fucking so. No, no. You are out of line, out of control. Your shit, your reign has to be contained and dissipated simply because there's no way for any of us to even successfully maintain and live a good, healthy, clean life without a resurgence of understanding of how we operate with nature. Not fuck it. Repusely. Jeez. Let's get to the show tonight. Black America. You know what it is. We don't hate nobody. We just see it being done. But nobody wants to listen until they got to say, I'm sorry, it's too late. Can you help us? We fucked up. Oh, shit. First whip moment. Subliminal messages. Roach versus Cruz. Lamont Roach versus Isaac Cruz, however you want to pronounce his name, the pit bull. Much respect to both fighters. It was a valiant fight last night, but however, I'm highly and extremely contestably upset simply because Lamont Roach dominated Pit Cruz in that fight. He fought his fight and beat him at his own game. And then Pitbull Cruz gonna start dancing around the ring as if he's an actual boxer when all he does is go into the ring with bad motherfucking intentions. But Lamont Roach withstood his onslaught. Pitbull Cruz wanted to bully but got bullied. He wasn't able to flex like he wanted to either. He tried. In the little slip clip that they called the knockdown, I didn't see him on his back. See, that's what you call a technicality that people want to use and try to pivot on and act like that shit has some validity, and it don't at all, not in my eyes. That's bullshit. That was just some old fuck shit they wanted to call that because, that's how they do. That's, oh, I gotta give him some type of credit. Yeah, you gotta throw it in there. Pitbull Cruz got beat at his own game. Even in the announcing was pretty fair last night to some degree. Pitbull Cruz gave a lot of low blows, did a lot of dirty shit, jumping up, doing all the dirtiest little filthy shit his little ass can do. But then after, the press conference, he all lovey-dovey. In that ring, you was dirty, vicious, but everybody expect that from you. You got that little thing, but I mean, I won't take nothing away from the little motherfucker. He is a tough ass. He gave Javante Tank Davis the fucking work too. That's how he get down. Can he be beat? Yeah, but you got to withstand it. And he was beat. You see how to beat him. He got beat last night. Man, Lamont ain't even have to fight that fight. He got wheels, hand speed, coordination, and he know how to hit on the button. He beat him on all the numbers. All the CompuBoxing numbers went in whose favor? Lamont Roach. The fight was over. Even if you want to look at it as technical, he withstood the little bullshit onslaught, and half of that shit was parried, blocked, and he was hitting them on the arms. Just because it looked good, y'all don't know shit about boxing. They learned that old bullshit from Oscar De La Hoya. Last 10 seconds of the fight, here go Oscar. Like he did something. Pussy ass way of trying to win a round. You got beat up, Pitbull. Did you fight well? Hell yeah. Considering you fought a dominant boxer that was way more dominant than you. And it pissed you off. You were aggravated and you knew you was going to lose. You knew you would have lost that fight. Then you pull some more other slick shit talking about the ref was on his side. The ref was on his side. Bitch, no. How many times did you punch him in the dick? You kept doing it. Every time you felt like Larry was like, hey, man, keep him up. Hey, keep him up. He had no choice but to take a fucking point because you love to hold and hit. And the crowd be into that shit. They don't, see, that's the problem with America. See, that's the fucking problem. You motherfuckers love to cheat. You love to cheat. You love to fucking cheat and then say you're not doing this shit. Man, come on. What the fuck? You can't keep doing shit like that. Anyway, let's get to the next moment. That's the need to degrade. That's the need that's your need to fucking degrade us and treat us as if we just don't fucking matter and act and then we're supposed to show allegiance in the end. Nah, let's run it back and knock his little motherfucking ass out too. But much respect to him, he can fight his ass off. So good luck trying to do it. But goddamn, it was a great fight. And I thought he won the fight valiantly. And they took it away from him. So it pisses me off a little bit. Bullshit. But anyway. Yeah, jealousy is a disease. That's the next whoop moment. It's a fucking disease. If you can't show that you don't have any biasness, you know a lot of people, cause I speak correctly from a real perspective, they'll say he's biased. No, motherfucker, I'm correct. You just don't like it. Ain't nobody gotta kiss your ass either. Hell, you think somebody always they wanna smooch up. Ain't nobody finna kiss your ass, man. If you wrong, you wrong. You lost, you lost. You delusional, you delusional. That's just what it is. Shit, we see it all. Man, I'm just telling you, that's the story of our fucking life. Oh, it's a draw. Fuck them up real good. I got a couple good licks. It's a draw, but I don't beat your ass the whole goddamn fight. You see? Oh, that's when they don't sign treaties no more. That's when fuck the treaties. I'm embarrassed. I just act like that shit ain't happened. That's how the cognitive dissonance happens. Oh, we best friends because you whooped my ass. You fought me. You said some pretty words, Pitbull. But the one thing you did not admit to, you got your ass beat. So anyway, I cannot pretend because that's when everybody wants Black Americans to pretend to be fucking dumb. Like our eyes lie to us and shit. No, your eyes lie to you, and you know the truth. You just want fucking grace because you've always had some fucking grace. Everybody ain't gonna give you fucking grace. Time out for grace because you don't even know what the fuck to do with it when you get it. So fuck your grace. You can keep it. You can have it. Don't nobody want it. What we do is the truth, and you don't lie your ass off anyway. That's kind of what you do. You just fucking lie. Oh, whatever. Let me check my settings. I'm talking loud, so my shit be maybe acting up a little bit. All right. Anyway. The truth doesn't need you or me. I done did a whip moment like this before. And I'm gonna tell you why the truth don't need you or me. It's because it's simple. The truth is what it is. And it doesn't have an ally. It doesn't give a fuck. It doesn't care. The truth is gonna be what it is anyway. The only thing you can do is align yourself as close as you can to it. Because if you don't want to align yourself with the truth, that means you're a complete compulsive liar. And you prefer your story instead of actually the truth. And when you have behaved to train your mind to think that way, you become a distorted thinker. And that's not abstract thinking, that's a warped thinking brain because you only concerned with yourself, which results into a form of xenophobia. Because you can't be wrong, you can't have made a mistake. Everything you do turns to evil, hate, hostility, and killing. Because you don't get your way. So you just get this uncontrollable anger and hatred to where you just want to feel like I just want to murder people and kill people and just, oh, that's what I need to do. No, that's not what you need to do. You need to learn who the fuck you is and change that shit. You need to get all that hate and hostility out you before you get hurt. And you already hurt and destroyed yourself behind your actions anyway. Look at the destruction that you cause everywhere you go. It's destruction, death, murder, and mayhem. Think about it. You think people don't know you? But people aren't afraid of you. Because when people that are melanated are full of love, compassion, appreciation for life. Nobody taught us that. We were born with it because we teach it and preach it with each other. You see it, but you love for us to hate each other. That's why I try to tell, melanated brothers globally, yeah, I can check you and put you in your space because I see how disrespectful you are. But come on. If I call you out, give it up. We don't have to keep perpetuating the hate. It's about loving yourself because a lot of y'all got a lot of self-hate for you, yourself, and your homelands. I hear a lot of Europeans from that was born in America tell them, I'm just American. That's hatred for Europe. That's pure fucking hatred for Europe because you got the badge to wear it. There are no pale skin Aboriginal Americans ever. Never, never will be. That's some shit you tell yourself, but you are European and that should be okay with you too. That's not a slight at you. You're just a European American because you were born here. But you are very new to this continent. You are the overlay society. You were the problem and still is in a lot of ways if you understand what you have done. And the problem is a lot of Europeans do not know their history. You do not know how awful your people were. You do not know because you're forced to not choose to realize it. You don't speak in your mother tongues, as I said before. Half of you are German, half of you still visit Europe and don't speak of it. European grandparents and everything, and act as if you're American and you know you're not. And that's a lot of the times that I have the problems with the delusion and the mind state here because you got people that are disassociated and they call themselves a part of a place that they are not from. That causes a delusion in their brains themselves because you automatically go on defense. You automatically go on defense in every way, shape possible. Nobody, you just that's all you do. So when you're that defensive about something that's just it's not true. It's like a deep wound that you know who know your story. The same way you know our story. So cut the shit. And then a lot of these other that come here, the Johnny come latelys, stay the fuck out of it unless you know something about it. It's not your goddamn business anyway. All you do is come here, you hate your own homeland, and you come here out of confusion and delusion. You need to understand where the fuck you come from, learn that place. Get to know who your grandparents were. I'm sure they miss you so much. Damn. Next whip moment. Oh, by the way, that was called I Cannot Pretend to Be Dumb. That shit is over. Next whip moment. And the truth doesn't need you or me. Just giving you a recap. The truth does not need you or me. It just doesn't. Stands on its own. And it does. And it will always show its beautiful fucking face. Next what moment? Realize your power and accept the truth and reality. A lot of people have forced themselves to say, I want to live in a dream. I want to live in a fairy tale. I want to make my dreams come true. I want to move to the West. I want to move to Hollywood. Yeah. Motherfucker, please. That's a dream. Most of y'all come here just to get a job and ain't good enough to do shit but get a job and take it or go back to school, get a degree, and do something else. And all you learning that shit on what? The American pair, the American taxpayer. But y'all don't give a fuck about none of that, man. I don't give a fuck. Y'all love to take shit and act as if just taking is that's just a part of the equation. That's the hey, that's just part of being American. No, man. It's actually not. Do you understand that your countries have resources? You can go to your governments and change. You can affect change in your own governments if you so bold, if you so goddamn so slick. But then the problem is you guys you do so much overstepping, habitual oversteppers, goddamn habitual offenders, man. That's what most immigrants do to Black American indigenous people. You habitually offend and try to justify it grotesquely. You come up with some gross fucking reason to justify your ill fucking repute behavior. Man, nobody's gonna put up with that shit, man. That's for you. And fuck you for it too. There's nobody's gonna you're not gonna get a pass for that bullshit. That's out of line. It's so fucking out of line. I would never go to your nation or your country and do that to you. That's out of line. So please stop with the repetitious lies and just the shit that just don't make sense. We can actually get somewhere. We can go beyond some places if those things didn't happen. I know so because I got great friends from the globe of all races, nationalities, and creeds. But intelligence wins. Stupidity, feelings of hurt, anxiety, and anger, and hatred, and ill repute is all becoming exposed because we can see how you behave, what you say, your views, the way you think your superior thinking is better for some fucking stupid reason. It's not, but you seem to think so. The problem with people is that they feel they can manipulate people into seeing or viewing things the way they want them to. I just tell you like this: give yourself a bunch of different perspectives. Take yourself out of the equation. And sometimes, well, all the time, when you're reading things that can further your development and growth, take your emotion out of it. Take your feelings and all of that shit out of it. Just take it out of it. And read information for actually what it is. The problem is, the problem comes when you have to take your superiority out of it and associate actual human element into it. You'll understand what humility is. Shit about to die again, so we're gonna cut it short tonight. But I promise you this: move forward in that knowing you can be the best at being yourself without ever competing with anybody else. That should be fulfilling even within itself. Practice it. That way we can get rid of these racial issues and these class issues, and you can deal with people for their true value, what they demand, not what you try to carve them up as, because maybe they're far more valuable than you, and far more valuable than you can ever have thought you could be, simply because they outvalue you. You're not who you think you are. That's just what it is. So keep learning, keep growing, keep being the best version of you, so nobody can ever utter those fucking words to you that you are of lesser value. So that's the show tonight, YouTube. Since we about to die, we're gonna continue on TikTok for a little bit. But we about to die on the tablet over here. We got 9%, so we're gonna shut it down on YouTube. Thank you for reconnecting again. I love and appreciate you guys, man. YouTube, y'all have been great. Everybody has been great. I'm appreciative of all the platforms and the information that I put out. So why don't you share, like, subscribe, comment, let me know your thoughts, and also let me know what kind of shows you want me to do next. Let me know when you want me to open up them phone lines too, because that's coming. That's the element that's on the way. So it's just that these are the holidays, and some things got to be reorchestrated and recarved out. Next year is going to be a very big year for the Wheelers podcast. So stay tuned. We love you. We appreciate you, and don't forget, this is the favorite part of the show. The wheel is yours. Keep it easy, pimping. Stay up, stay true, and stay in love with love, pimping. Stay learning. Peace.